Hey good looking, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me in this month's BYOP, a palette that cheers us up. So I got some single eyeshadows put together here for a nice pick-me-up palette. I'll show you guys some nice juicy swatches. I'll also be featuring this eyeshadow look. It won't be as intense though because I had to do it twice. I did it actually yesterday and filmed it, so you'll see yesterday's, but it's the exact same steps. If you are interested in single eyeshadows, makeup brushes that aren't Morphe, or sunscreen, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. I'm going to feature for you guys this eyeshadow look first, and then we'll go ahead and head into swatches. So check it out. This makes me so happy, and it's just neutrals, but it's so much color and everything. Starting out with, you know what? Back out of that Birkin. I'm going to use ABH's Birkin. I'm going to put that in the crease. I'm going to feather it out just a little bit, kind of right up in here. For a nice warm transition. Using one of those My Destiny. It's by the brand Shikoto, and I have a review for it, so I will link it for you in the eye. Let's go ahead and take Sydney Grace's dark chocolate. This may be a little bit too dark, so I'm going to mix it with some Birkin as well. And then I'm going to feather that just a little bit lower into that crease. This is going to be a very neutral look, so if you don't like neutral, you've come to the wrong video. And then I'm also going to just bring it in just a little bit right there. Back out to the Rephr 16. Is that a 16? Yeah. And just kind of blend this in. It's a little bit choppy right here. I have several different, like, I've got Opulent here, I've got Glamorous. I've got this Glam Shop shade too. I feel like that would be really nice and neutral. And then I've got this flaky pink. That's going to be a lot of work. Let's do Opulent with our finger. Now, before we use the glitter adhesive, Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I've been just using it straight from the wand, I guess. And it doesn't like transfer all of the shadow underneath as much. Let it get tacky. And let's go in. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah. All right. I think I will go ahead and just add a little bit more dark chocolate just to intensify that outer V. I did cover it up a little bit with that Opulent shade, just to get that like multi-dimensional iridescent shift going on. Okay, I am going to be right back with some lashes, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, that is it. I did it a little bit more dramatic today because I wanted to add a bold lip. I feel like this palette here that I have for my Pick Me Up palette isn't really like sunny, bright, you know, colors as much as it is a lot of shifts, a lot of texture, and just some really good, feel-good shades that I can put into my crease on days that when I don't feel that good. I can just buff a couple colors in on the lid, even if it's matte, and I can be on my way. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and get started with the single eyeshadows. Starting out with the palette here, and then I've also got a single for my 10th shade. We are starting with Opulent, and this is a Cliondah Cosmetics single eyeshadow. It is, I believe, from their glitter multi-chromes. Yes, it is rated for the face and eyes, and it has a beautiful neutrally pink undertone with a yellow golden shift over the top, and you'll see here in a couple of different lightings I'm trying to get a nice good shift. So now you can see the shift. It is beautiful. I love these kind of mauve undertones and a teal to golden shift over the top. Really, really quite beautiful. The next shade is from Give Me Glow, and it is one of their new shades, Glamorous. It is a sparkly, glittery, golden shade with a high luster and high opacity. Really just love this. It cheers me up and brings me so much joy when I use this shade. Featuring from Glam Shop is the shade Pralina, and it is just a really nice, I would call it a silvery taupe. It's a little softer in opacity, but it's really, really just a beautiful one and done shade, or again, like I said, you could buff some colors into the crease as well and put that over the lid. And it really accentuates my blue eyes, so I feel really good when I wear this. I feel really picked up and put together. I'm featuring Soft Peach from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know I've been doing a lot of Sydney Gray shadows lately, so I just kind of want to mix things up. It's just a soft peach matte. It's one of their ultra mattes. You can, I think, still buy it as a single, and it's also featured in Soft Glam if I'm not mistaken. Birkin is an oldie but goodie. It's a mid-toned, warm, I would say peachy brown. Again, another beautiful transition shade. You could buff it all over the crease and into the lid and just have a nice one and done and feel really well picked up. I chose Glass Bowl from Colourpop Single Eyeshadow Collection. It's also available in my Off Melrose palette, but it is a mauve soft duochrome. It's got a nice teal blue shift to it. You can't really see it, but it is great for everyday wear. And again, I like to focus on just picking myself up and feeling good about myself, so these nice, easy one and done shades are exactly it. From Copacetic Cosmetics, I have Clara's Dream. It is from their, I can't remember what it is, collection, Fairy or Sugar Plum Dance Fairy collection, but I did go ahead and prime with some ABH glitter glue adhesive, and now I'm going to go ahead and put some of these big flaky sparkles on top, and you can rub it in and get a opaque you know, shimmer, but it is kind of meant to be a flaky shade, so it does have some transparency to it. So as you can see the shift there in my arm, you can see kind of the transparency just a little bit. Tapping that in and helping it to blend out will increase opacity just a little bit, but you can see right there. it's nice and soft and subtle at the same time. The Pastel Roses UK. This was gifted to me by a special friend and subscriber, the shade Sunlight. I really think she is a ray of sunshine, and you know who you are. Thank you so much. This is like a glittery topper. I'm not sure if this was featured in my Natasha Denona Gold dupe palette or not. It was either this shade or the other shade that I had. And it is a soft, it's got a transparent base, but it has a golden to peach shift over the top. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a swatch on the back of my hand to kind of give you that, hopefully that bend, so you can see the shift really well. It is fairly translucent, so it'll be kind of hard, and it's more of a glittery topper, if you will, but you can see right there, there is some nice golden peachy hue to it, and it would make a very soft, subtle, delicate addition to any eyeshadow. And it's got kind of a fiery pink bendy shift to it if you really focus on that. So you can see right there a really good bend in my finger. Now you're kind of getting that fiery orchid. It's almost kind of venturing on the teal side. And I do have a Cindy Gray shade. I just went ahead and put in a matte, dark, warm brown, dark chocolate. I think it's just really a nice deepening up the crease shade, and it's beautiful if you wanted to put that all over the lid and then put that Sunlight over the top, and just a beautiful, beautiful pick-me-up shadow. Tried and true. I'm featuring Esmeray from Devinah. I think it's already been featured in several of my Build Your Own palettes, but I just can't help it. It's that fiery red. It is a iridescent multi-chrome. It has a golden shift, but directly on it is like a fiery red orchid. And you can kind of see it right there on the arm, but again, I'm going to give you a quick swatch on the back of my hand, and that'll show you guys a little bit more of that bend that you're needing. And then I've also got my lights situated so that hopefully you guys can see that there is a beautiful like red, and it is comparable to Tara Moons's Red Giant, I believe. Now you can see that shift right there once you've got that bend, and that kind of signifies, or it symbolizes your eyeshadow right there, or your eyelid. But you can see that golden, and then you can see that beautiful fiery red orchid. And it's just a really, really beautiful shade. And I've also used it as a, highlighter. Yeah, there we go. What did you guys think of the eyeshadows that I chose for my Pick Me Up palette? And what eyeshadows would you choose for a eyeshadow palette that would help pick you up? And even if it's just a palette plus a single eyeshadow, you know, I'm a big proponent of buy the special shades from the indie brands and then find your favorite eyeshadow formula, eyeshadow palette, eyeshadow story, you know, that might be neutral or colored, whichever one you want, and then you can just kind of mix and match from there. Oh, but wait, there's more. Next month, we are doing our favorite flower-based eyeshadow palette. So pick your favorite flower and then create a color story around that flower with different textures, finishes, eyeshadows, brands, you name it. I want to see it. And join us next month as we collaborate on our next BYOP palette. As always, I'm collaborating with Kelly from Keep Beauty Real and Clara from Beauty and the Frizz, and we like to put these palettes together. Joining us also is Mel by Grace. She started her own eyeshadow Build Your Own palette, and Lock Maiden always joins us as well. So that is a wonderful group started. Check us out on Instagram. We'll be listed and linked down below, as well as the videos, so check us out. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye!